go reach chapter. Everywhere I go, me, I get my chapter. Fella, fella, bam, 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 fella, bam, bam, fella, fella, bam, 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 fella, bam, bam.
Gotta be great, 10 steps ahead of the game. If I don't get money, tell me what's in a game. Nobody feel the way I feel the pain. Nobody started test, I don't get the energy they want to drain. Sorry, but when you're my logo. Olha la jamaica, my logo, you're gone. Hustle every night, hustle in the money. Gotta get my dude, gotta get the money. My niggas know me, them not your own me. I'm all about my money, nobody trolling for me. Came from the bottom to top, and I ain't never flopped, and I ain't never scared of nobody, and I ain't gonna stop. I know the game, you wanna play with me. When I the grind, you know they stay with me. When I the fast, you know they pray with me. Now you come flocking up because you see them paying me. Let's say this is club and you done sound good. All these haters, they be fucked up. Money big, you know the chance up. I'm not the 30, but we come when they white up.
Fella, fella, bam, 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 fella, bam, bam, fella, fella, bam, 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 fella, bam, bam. The safety Maya know they really game. So they go, so they come, but I still remain. Bam, 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 fella, bam, bam.
It's STG.
Never settle. If you what I be get, possibility long and well let me. Better record this. Greatest of all time. No one than them they go call mine. That's what they shut it up now. Monday, start out. Tuesday, start out. Wednesday, start out. As long as I shall have. When they come, we got better. Move back and Italian. Have you ever seen a looking like one? Each and every lady wanna give me one. But it is rooms in the parties, I'm sick. Now we there, I try to move on. I know too fast, can you solo? I get high, I try to. You don't like me, what do? My guys, each man I know. Cause my guys don't follow me. But the sky start falling down.
Cruise Control. Cruise Control, a program for young people creating a platform for them to connect, share ideas and experiences, promote each other, and showcase their uniqueness to the world. So much fun lies here. Catch the Cruise Control train every Sunday at 7 p.m. on Today95.1 FM. Cruise Control.
I say we are starting. Involvement of Generation Z, in drugs. It's raising concern because, my gosh, it seems like it's more popular. Like it's now a normal thing. Back in those days, it's hidden. You cannot just just do drugs as and openly. But now it's like it's a cool thing to do. If you're smoking weed or doing tramadol or one of these things, it seems like it's a rather cool thing. You're a cool guy when you do these things. So what do you guys think? Is it? You agree with me that it's on the increase in our generation, right?
Yeah.
Zane? Zina.
Yes, I agree, because back then, I mean, like you said, you cannot do like drugs and this stuff in the open. But now it's more like the norm. Now, something like that.
Yeah. Brandon, do you think it's more frequent now? It's more open now? Is it considered a cool thing now to do?
Now it's like a way of life. Right now, doing drugs is like a way of life. It's like just like eating or drinking. It's so common now. Many people have lost, that disgust for those that do drugs. So I don't know, but it's more common now. Drugs everywhere.
Joshua?
Well, I would say it's part of life to us right now, because you enter a public motor, you're seeing people smoking, and you don't have any say. It'll be like if you want to come for take a drop or take a cab, you're the public motor, and you seriously can't say anything to them because it's a public vehicle. And that they've already advised you. If you want your comfort, get the cab.
Get a cab. Get your own ride.
Get your own ride and do what you want to do with it. So it's a way of life right now to everybody.
Kill. Fine.
Yeah, it's becoming more acceptable. I think morality in the society is deteriorating, and so we see things like drugs now being kind of socially acceptable by the younger generation. Kind of like the people we're supposed to look up to and the people doing it, so we kind of emulate the wrong things that we see our role models doing. So I think that's what's happening in the society now.
Okay. Now from what you said, so are you saying that media exposure is the issue, or is it parental guidance, or is it like influence, peer influence? What do you think is really the reason why it's on the increase now? Is it parental guidance? Do you think it's the media, like you said, people that we look up to? Or is it peer influence? I've tried it, nothing happened to me. You can try it, it's a cool stuff to do. How can you be working with the boys and then you're not, you cannot roll and you want to chill with us, that kind of thing. So, what are your opinions? What do you think is the reason? Hills, you were saying it's influence.
Yeah, I was just saying it's the social influence. But all we see more of becomes the reality. Definitely, we have parents that tell us right from wrong at an early age. But as we grow up, we try to see what other people are doing outside, not just in your own house. But when you're growing up, you're just confined to your own space. And then you come out to, like, let's say, university, and you meet like a wider range of people, and you're learning new things, and we tend to learn the bad ones first. So I think that's it.
So, but is it a charity begins at home thing, Branding?
I've been mostly quiet about this whole thing.
Don't be quiet, so it's okay.
I've been quiet about this so that because it is too common now. This drugs thing. I think a lot has to start from the individual.
The individual. Okay.
Yes, the individual, because it has a lot of things around it, which includes individual exposure, availability of these things to the person. Also, the financial part to afford it. There are some persons that, since they can afford it, they take a lot of things. They take it to. Another thing too is some persons are not exposed. When I say exposed, they are not civilized enough. It's not to go to school that makes you a civilized person. You understand? It's not just that I went to secondary school, I went to university. Some persons are still dullards. They don't really have self-control. You see, self-control is a very important thing. Some persons don't know how to. Even I know someone. When you talk about drug abuse, I know someone that takes paracetamol plenty to get high. He feels if he takes it often and on, he will want to feel funny.
Feel funny?
Yes.
Or feel hyper?
He will feel hyper. When I saw him, he bought it in packet, and I've not seen. I was thinking that drug abuse is only for hard drugs. I've seen someone taking a regular drug in a high dosage because there's a way he felt when he took it. For instance, let us go to the origin of some kind of things. You see, cough syrup. It is natural for cough syrup to make you feel dizzy when you take it.
Yes.
Just regular cough syrup. If you take it, since we're babies, we know that once you take cough syrup, my mom will tell you, oh yeah, go and lie down. Because surely it will make you feel funny. Now, voice now want to not take it now. And now want to now start to fight with that sleepy part and call it highness and be enjoying the battle that they're giving themselves.
That's the cruise.
The cruise. That's where the cruise now comes into play.
That's the cruise.
They catch cruise now. They take cough syrup but you don't get cough. Then cough syrup that time, if you have one bottle of cough syrup that time, it's like you will drink, your brother will drink, your sister will drink. Mommy said will even say, let her take, when she gives you cough syrup,
they just lick the cap.
She'll lick the cap, she'll take small. Now, at one sitting, you finish one cough syrup because you want to feel funny.
I like how you call it feeling funny.
You want to start feeling funny. So I started wondering, when I see my mate bring it like this, they'll be like, hey, nah, this one, nah. I said, do you have cough? You don't have cough.
Good question.
Why are you taking cough syrup now? What's the problem? You don't understand. You see, so you want to start experimenting and start feeling in a different kind of way. That is where problem started though. Before, from there, the cough syrup can no longer hold you. Start to advance, progress, and it's a
from
school
one bottle to 2 bottles, and then
drug life is a school of no graduation. Because there will always be another one that is above the other one. You will not graduate. You will just be moving higher and higher if you don't have self-control.
Does self-control actually play in this?
Self-control play a role because some persons see self-control plays a role in even normal things that are good like food. There are gluttons. You don't eat food. Is food now bad? You take food to the point that you want the food want to come out from your nose. You want to eat and put inside your pocket, carry it and go home. So you understand, self-control has a lot of part to play.
Now this is after it. Before it, what's the cause? What is it
the cause?
Social media? Is it is it your friends? Where do you really learn these things from? Where do you really learn these things from? Is it that your friends bring it to you? Is that where you start? Or is what you've seen, maybe you've seen a video where, a music video where a celebrity was just, puff and pass, that kind of thing. Yeah. So what is it, Joshua?
It's a big one. It's a big one for this our generation. It's a big one. But I would say experimentation also comes in place.
Curiosity.
When you're eager to know, let me see how this thing works. And now I would also say when our parents too should be able to advise children while growing up, because I don't think peer pressure is part of it, because you can't lure me to do what I don't want to do. That's you. That is you. Me. And that is you.
So what about others? Others are not here. Do you think that there's some people that follow the bandwagon?
Yeah.
They just my guys in the hood are doing this particular thing, and then maybe they try it once, and that these things are addictive. When you try it like once, twice, before you know, your body is now demanding for it.
Well, I would say ignorance of the effects.
Okay.
Also affects us too.
The ignorance of is it the long-term effect?
Yeah, it's the long-term effect, because it's also written on the cigarette pack.
Smokers are
liable to die young.
Boldly in red.
Yeah, boldly in red. And it felt faster.
But anybody that dies from Like this person say, okay, this person smoking.
It's not, the repercussion doesn't come immediately. It can stay in your system for years, up to 9 years.
And you will still
more.
see somebody that did not take any drug
And will still die young.
And will still die young.
That's
That if you're around smokers, you know it affects you even more than it affects them.
it's true.
Yeah, it's like smoke exposure. It's like exposure. You're inhaling the smoke that they're breathing out.
Does it not inhale it too?
It's usually directed towards you. It's usually directed towards okay, maybe I'm wrong because I'm not in places like that.
Or maybe you're talking out of experience.
I'm really not being in a situation. Me, I'm wrong for my life.
Let me say something in regards to what he said. He said that he has self-control, he cannot influence him. He said something like that.
Yeah.
You know, like the way you dress now was influenced by somebody.
By you?
Not by me, but you were influenced by somebody. Like you pick the idea of, you were not just born and then you say, I will look like this. We are all being programmed, like we are learning as we are. Like when we come out, we are observing the environment and we're processing those information we are learning. So it's based on the people or the information around you. That if you were born in, let's say, Saudi Arabia, you would dress like what?
Like yeah. It's like Brandon is dressing now.
Based on the environment we have, and also as Brandon said, the availability of this thing. So when I see that it is cool to do this thing, that is why many young people do it. If we see that it's something that is not cool, there are a lot of things now that young people don't see as cool, and they are not doing it. So we see it like, as you said, it's what everybody is doing now. So it's an influence, whether you like it or not. Back in our parents' time, the influence was not as much as it is now. So that's why I say, oh, more young people are doing it. At the time too, these young people's face are going to go. Another young people come out and start their own thing, and then they'll think they are the first people to do it. That's the funniest thing. The people before they have played their life and it has passed. So
they will advise you.
Our generation now is thinking that now our head was past.
If it worried you doesn't mean it's worrying me.
And also, Sha, also I would also say this. My mom, when we were much younger, she would say, because Mr. A got into this, doesn't mean Mr. B will get into this and succeed and come out successful. And that was an advice she kept on reminding us on a daily basis. So now you're now seeing someone kidnapping or seeing someone stealing. You want to go and steal. You will remember what she said. Now you see someone smoking. You want to go and smoke. You'll be like, what if I now knock out? Because my head cannot carry this. And it's possible. A lot of things happen. You will see a girl saying, it was my first time smoking. It was my first time. But at that first time you did it, you're in the hospital. Already. And that will teach her a lesson. So most times I feel maybe God just wants this to happen to you. To make you, because you will see a lot of persons in the hospital saying, God, if I can come out of this thing, I will never go back to it again. And that is true.
Okay, there are people that actually don't go back to it.
A lot of persons actually make that's what I even call itself. That prayer point.
Yeah, that resolution.
Yeah, that New Year resolution. If I come out of this sickness, God, I will never in my life attend to it. And that's it.
You'll never do it again, God.
Okay.
I'll end up doing it.
So now there's a school of thought that believes that it's social media influence.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we also have
so now she's overprotective in her own way, trying to maybe caution her and restrict her from certain things on the media. Again. And now that's overprotective. Sorry, that's doing the right thing.
That's doing the right thing.
Now
okay.
The overprotective now is this. Eventually when she hold that phone, she will explore. It will tell on her. Because she want to see everything that you've been preventing her from seeing. Yeah. And definitely she goes out, she goes to church and she uses other people's phone to explore. And she'll be expecting her own phone. You don't forget that girl can actually have sight.
She can even have a phone secretly before you even know at the age of 10 and keeping it from.
And she can have sight in her head kept. Yeah, so that once she holds any phone, she explores. And that's just
speaking from experience.
Of course, I'm speaking from experience.
Okay.
Because when I was growing up, my parents never allowed me to have a phone to my SS3.
Okay.
Yes, my SS3. And as at SS1, I had C2.
Story of my life.
This techno C2, have been Nokia C2. That button phone.
That was simple.
And they never knew about it. I was hiding it.
Okay, you could browse at the time.
It could browse, and
to
button
go.
phone C2. That was when Tugo was reading.
To go.
Okay.
At that on the phone, ton, 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 ton. That was the soundtrack then.
Okay.
And you can imagine how I hid that phone at that younger age. Without my parents knowing.
That's why you started doing bad things.
No, I never did
Hiding.
that.
No, hiding the phone from your parents. That's why it's bad thing.
But that's the truth. Because if you come up open it to your child and tell them, okay, fine, I'm giving you this phone. Now see, the life is like this, the life is like that. Try as much as possible not to do the bad things. It will make your child get closer to you more.
Yes.
Your child will even be telling you things.
Let me tell you. No do, not the tear shirt. When you're telling somebody, don't go there, don't go there.
I want to go there and see
No,
what it is.
no do. Shirts don't they tear. You don't they get problem with them.
What I would say
Yeah.
is, it's not just about telling the child don't go there. You give the child the
Really?
Make the
reason
child understand
why
why.
the child shouldn't have.
Why you shouldn't go there.
It
Don't
took
just
like-
give instructions.
It
Yeah.
took me some time before my parents actually got me a phone.
Okay.
But when I got the phone, I did not start like I would say it depends on the child actually.
Okay.
Okay, that's discouraging. Okay.
The better you encourage children. Because when you encourage them, they're like, okay, see what I did that thing, they should do. Instead of
People are dropping wisdom tonight. They are dropping wisdom. So then your parents explained to you, and they
Yeah.
gave you a reason why they didn't want you to have the phone at the time.
yes, they kept like educating me on stuff, and my parents are I won't say they're religious per se, but they always like use like the Bible, you know,
Okay.
to always every time.
Reference,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes, exactly. They just keep telling me before that thing actually happens. They always say like get prepared before something happens, so that if that thing happens, you will know,
Know what
how
to do.
yeah what to do. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so when they gave you your phone, you did not. No, I want to know.
Now you are done with the explorer.
Today is Sunday. Oh. Today is Sunday.
Now you are done with the explorer.
Talk through.
First of all, I would say I'm not a saint, but like I did not like explore.
But you explore.
Like, did you go over the roof? You know,
No,
like
I did
Joshua
not.
said, that when he was finally giving the phone, he had sights already in his head. He had sights already in his
The
head.
site I'm talking about is www.salvationministry.com.
Okay, for clarification, we're putting it out
For
there.
clarification.
So you did not go overboard.
No, I didn't.
You it was just like normal.
Yeah.
You just, normal.
Yes, after yes.
Okay.
But it's true. Do you know that I have sights in my head? Like, just that I remember it. I even had a book, I wrote them down. Wow. I don't want to lose any
I
record.
swear.
But they were not all bad sights.
Okay.
You understand? There's one that I used to hear my classmates talk about. I don't know what that means. I don't feel like, okay, on a very good day, I will make sure that I understand what is going on. You understand? At that time, but there were very good sites. There was one that like a bookmark. The site, those little things they will write, letters, alphabet, numbers, the main code of that site. I don't know if you understand that page, the main code. I used to even memorize even
Wait,
that
I
one.
don't understand. What do you mean the main code? Is it the
See, not the www. If you
Not
want
the
to copy the link of a page, the link that they will write so many things.
HTTP?
Those so many
Those
things.
alphabets.
HTTP, those things. You know what I mean? Like, those things
They
are
will write them
crazy.
down.
Those things are like algebraic equations. I memorize them. The link to the particular page inside the site, to the particular
Particular post.
part of the post in the.
That
I
You
will
want,
memorize
you
them.
want to have those percentage, those
Oh,
degrees.
Yeah.
slash, question mark upside down.
Underscore.
Underscore with numbers and you memorize everything. Gone. I can even tell you one. Oh no.
Drop it now.
No,
Drop it like it's hot.
Drop update.
We
Oh.
will verify, though.
Drop update.
We will
So,
verify.
and there were some that were also nice sites I used to want to go to. I used to love go.com, check for sports news and highlights. I used to love some other nice sites. I can use to just check on some things. To just make me feel good. You understand? Not much. I just want to know what's going on around,
world,
just
yeah.
in the world.
Tina, you said go.com. You
I said that's true.
had true for what exactly?
Like I'm concurring with you.
I used to like
Like I disagree, but like I'm
Okay.
So you're being sarcastic.
yeah. I'm really that's with you.
oh really?
And also, do you know, then we had to start lying that they are giving us assignments to browse. So we're not gonna collect our mom's phone. We're not collect the mom's phone. As you collect the phone, just go inside, lock your door. Eventually, once you're there, knock. You can open, change, minimize and clean it. I tell you, mommy, I'm reading so well. I don't want distraction. That's why I lock the door. Mom say, oh, good boy. Let me leave you. You can enter video again. Watch. Not get satisfied. Then there was one particular day I forgot, battery died. Hey God. Okay, no, the phone rang.
Okay.
And now as the phone rang, innocent me, I don't know about phone then. I just carry the phone like that, nothing I give my mom. So when the call ended,
Video started. Resume.
Resume. God. I cannot explain. I go explain tired. Your mind will touch ground. Your mind will touch ground.
This one will go happen when you use your mom or your dad's phone. Call one of your classmates. Hi, there was one of my classmates that time from nursery, primary something. After she just called her number for me. Primary 3, primary 4, 080641808584. I remember her. I'll use my mommy's phone now. Call.
I swear.
When I mommy phone and call, I'll not text. Don't reply back.
I swear.
A lot of you will say, I wanted to just know how you are doing. I hope you're fine. I didn't see you in school yesterday. Please don't
reply back.
It's my daddy's phone. Best will not reply.
I will call you only, like I will not to only call you. Don't call me. And it's happening. And it's still happening now. It's still happening now as you're talking. Because there was a girl I met of recent. Okay, I went to school to do a publicity. So I met this girl. She's in SS3. Actually, right now. So I took her number. Not that the number was her mom's number.
Okay.
So I then called on there. I phone not sure with the phone. They said, sorry, Otto, this is my mom's phone. Oh, please don't call me. I'll be calling you and texting you. Whenever I want you to text, I'll tell you, okay, fine, reply me. But if I text and say don't reply, please don't reply. I'm like, wow. Something I did when you're small. Same formula. Update when they change. I'm gonna change updates now.
It's a working update. It's a working formula.
I swear.
It's a working formula.
Back.
Yeah. Hills, you said these children.
These children.
I do not have very much.
And you didn't do any of these things.
I don't have any girl to call.
There's not any girl to call.
I know how to call anybody.
Okay. Okay, so the conversation is on the use of drugs, the involvement of drugs in our generation, the Gen Z generation. So if you want to join in on this conversation, you want to give us your own two-piece on why and the cause of this serious increase in the involvement of drugs in Generation Z, you can call the number 0817 0000951. I'll take it again, 0817 0000951. And then another number, line 2 is 0810 951 0951. Again, 0810-951-0951. And then if you want to send a message, traditional SMS or WhatsApp, the number is 0701-9339-962. Again, 0701-9339-962. So, buzz us, okay? Call us, calling and tell us what you think. Oh my. Okay. Hello. Okay, I think we lost a call there. My apologies. You can call back. You can call back to join in on the conversation. 0817 000095 08109510951. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Your name and location, please.
My name is Steven Ito. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Sorry, can you speak up a bit? We can't really hear you.
I'm Steven. I'm calling you from Port Harcourt. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. So, yes.
I think the cost of drug taking in Nigeria mostly is some of these artists when some of the boys go to some of these events and they see some artists climbing the street, smoking some drugs to fight. That's how they copy it and then maybe spread it and they now adopt it to their system, to their self, and become a drug taker. So I don't think it's advisable for somebody to copy what you don't know about. Maybe what somebody decided to copy it. At the same end, there is no gain or benefit that you get for those that you are copying. So I want like the government official, like the society as a whole, to limit drugs because those things maybe those things like kill humans and like destroy humans earlier and make somebody to become incomplete. So those drugs taking
Okay. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. So now this caller is saying that it is the artist is still like what we're saying, media influence. Yes, it's still media that that influences this. Yeah. And we just talked about the measure that Bisola has taken with her child. And now this caller is insisting that it is media. But now he mentioned that when you go on stage, like when you go for events, yeah, you see them come out. Do they usually come out with, like, do you see them in hand?
Yeah. He's right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
You see them in hand and then they come out and they perform with it and then it looks cool.
I think it's for someone that's already like thinking about it, about doing it.
Okay.
That is going to be like influenced by that.
Okay.
Maybe the person's already like thinking about smoking or like smoking already. And then you see like your favorite artist on stage, with a higher one or something. Okay, you want to try. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we just lost a call. All right, so we're still in the conversation. If you want to call, you can call 087-0000-951, 0810-951-0951. And then you can send messages as well.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Your name and location, please.
Yeah, Victor from Port Harcourt.
All right, we can hear you.
Okay, so basically, I think it's a lot of that affect. I think it's one of the areas in Spain. I mean, the best year and my course.
Sorry, we can't hear you.
Not careful parents to influence it, and like that's one of the biggest things for parents because they are the ones who always make what's happening and you get. So I feel that as one. Then another parents lack of. I feel like parents should help train children in a way that they will not be big influenced by other people because most of the time when parents don't teach children when they go outside, it's not very for them to get influenced outside.
Okay. Thank you very much. So he's saying that parental influence too is also a part of it. That parents need to do more to train their children to build like strong character. So when you go out there, because these things are actually vices of the world, they are out there and they will be in your face. Especially when you get to the universities, they'll be in your face. You'll be brought these items, and again the influence. So is it that parents are supposed to train their children to be more confident in themselves and not buy into peer pressure? Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Your name and your location, please.
I'm calling from State.
Your name, please.
My name is Keoji.
Okay, we can hear you.
Yeah. Me?
Please turn down the volume of your radio. Can hear the echo.
Can I hear me clear?
Please turn it down a little bit more.
Okay. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, this is good.
Yeah, so my name is Timothy.
Okay. Okay, we lost our caller. You can call back. We still have like a few more minutes. A few more minutes, you know. So what are we agreeing on? Is it going to be an agreement even? Or all of them, like they have like percentages we're going to share?
Yeah, we'll share the percentages.
Okay.
Because they all have their personal view and observations.
I mean, like the parental upbringing, media influence, peer pressure,
yeah.
these three of them. Are we saying that the three of them actually play a role?
Sure.
Yeah.
There are three play a role.
But which is more? Which is the one that we're going to hold in hand and say, okay, this, if we can do something about this particular one, then we can say we've done a little bit of it, of the work.
I would say it's managing the media one.
Okay.
Yeah, because it takes a village to raise a child. So if you're surrounded by people that have the same values just as you have, your children also grow up to imbibe those values too.
This is true.
Yeah, but if you have one person saying one thing and the other person saying another thing, then you have conflicts. And then the child will have to choose which one is speaking louder. And we really go with the loudest voice.
Which in most cases
the
is social media.
Exactly, the negative voices. So,
well, let me hop on what he said.
Okay.
If he's talking about media, I don't think children are exposed to the media at younger age. So if we are to rate it from first to last, how will you rate it? Because the first, I think, is your parents. After the parents, it's your peer, because you go to church with your parents. Then after the peer, then we enter the media.
Okay.
So it's from the parents, peer, and media.
Parents to individual. You have to play a role yourself. Your parents will not do everything for you. After your parents, then you look at the person. You will not determine if you even put yourself in the position where someone will be able to peer pressure you or not.
Let me pressure you or not. Peer pressure.
Okay.
Peer pressure for me is a personal,
It's a personal decision.
It's a personal decision.
You can't influence me.
I'm telling you, you can't
can never influence me.
Let me say this thing. Have you gone to a church where, let's say it's only a regular church, and maybe everybody's getting up to do something, like maybe the pastor walks in, and everybody's standing up. You don't know why. People
standing up.
And then
you stand up.
That's
You go donate 1 million for church project.
That's like, sometimes we don't really realize these things as peer pressure. Like, it's not like me, I'm telling you, take this thing and do it. But when you see other people, many people, and then if these people are people you consider as cool, that's the main thing, that you look up to these people. So peer pressure can be good, it can be bad. Let's not just focus on the negative aspects
of it. Okay.
So
anybody that say you cannot influence them, I just say you are just being ignorant. That's the best way.
I disagree with you. It's not a matter of ignorance.
But you don't just want to accept that you are being influenced. Yes, you have your own decisions as a person.
Because
you can make
I think
you
what I would say is
something.
there's a difference between I'm going to do this thing and being like pressured to do it. If the person is like, I want to do it like willingly. It's different from I don't want to do it, but
let me try.
I don't want this person to yab me or something. Yeah.
Okay, Joshua, you wanted to say something? Otto?
Well, to me, I will still stand on my feet. That you can never influence me. You can never influence me. You can never influence me, except you want to oppress me. Let's use that word oppressing. Oh, because maybe you went to a club, maybe you want to go and show off. Those kind of things.
You're using an iPhone. The hairstyle you carry, the clothes, all these things when you place, where you keep saying you can never influence me, you can never influence me.
It's because he chose to do it.
That is my personal decision.
For example, he's not doing it because
I'm not doing it because I'm not saving hair because you're because of saving hair.
See something, see advertising, they appeal to you. Like if they want to advertise a product to you, they make it interesting. Like it captivates your emotion. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Once your emotion is excited about something.
Do you know something? There is this Bonvita. I love Bonvita even without tasting Bonvita.
Why?
Till today. Do you know why I love Bonvita?
Why?
Let me just tell you why I love Bonvita. Because I love watching the Johnsons program.
Okay.
And during the Johnsons their program, Cadbury Bonvita adverts it runs during the commercials.
Okay.
When they are running these commercials now, Cadbury Bonvita, hot chocolate just for you. Hey, the thing have entered my brain.
You can buy Bonvita and make it hot chocolate.
And my parents want me to, like, they would want to ask me what do I, and they always buy Milo. But since after the Johnson, if I want to go and buy something like that now, I want to buy Cadbury because I feel like this is what I owe to the Johnson entertainment that they've been giving me.
Okay.
I feel like this is what I can use. This I feel indebted to the Johnsons, and for that reason, I want to try for them entertaining me. So I want to try to patronize what runs on their commercials because I've gotten, and all this while I've not said it before. But I can preach for Cadbury Bonvita against Milo now. Can you imagine?
Okay, after your own personal experience.
I've leaked so many thousands of tins of Milo in my life. Do you understand? So I'm just telling you what advertising can do on you.
Yeah.
You will not even know that you're doing it until you've already entered into it.
And that's when the media now comes in.
That's when the media comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you see these things, they're so normal, they're so this, so
you know these people study human beings. The people that make all these adverts, that make all these shows that we like, they study, they say what sells. They like have people that go out and study, carry out research. So that's why I said it takes a village. If this person is thinking the same way with you and this other man is thinking the same way, it's easier to raise your child that way. Because like both of if you remember the story of the frog and the snake.
Okay.
Yeah, when the frog and the snake, they were just innocent children playing together. And then when they went back home after playing together, the frog's mother asked the frog, say, where were you? So he was playing with his friend Snake and said, don't play with Snake. Oh, Snake eats
frogs.
And then the snake went back home and the mother asked him, say, where were you? Say he was playing with his friend Frog. Say, I don't play with frog, we eat frog. The children were innocent. They just saw each other as friends. But based on what this one said, so but in the story now, when they came back together, they were avoiding each other. So why are you not coming to play with me? So I say, because of what his mother
Mommy said.
So that's what your mother told you. My mother also told me. So like that's what. So we need to realize, like, if they were all frogs and they say, okay, we all play together.
Yeah, we got
or if the snake saw the frog as friends and they say we play together, we're like, okay, this is what. But since now they have created that bridge between them, now see they have to take reprogramming to change.
We program. That's what the media does. The media programs.
From what your parents are programming, and now
reprogram you.
So the voice that is speaking loudest,
that's what you listen to.
What I will still use as my final point, what I think is the major reason for this thing in the first place is something that Otto Joshua said at first, and that is curiosity. I want to explore. I want to try this. Curiosity. That is the thing. If you just revolve yourself around where, like, even down to normal things like food, entertainment, experience, adventure, it starts with curiosity. Yes. So when your level of curiosity is high, you have a very high tendency of exploring new things that can put you in danger. I drop my mic.
Thank you.
Children are looking for ways to kill themselves.
I'm telling you.
You see a child, like let's say there's a swimming pool here, and then there's a big playground. The child will leave the playground and want to
Enter the swimming pool. Curiosity.
That's
Curiosity. Okay, it has been Cruise Control on Today 95.1 FM with Fidelia, and we had Zena.
Yeah.
Zena.
Like
Okay.
princess. Yeah.
Oh, Zena. Okay. And then we had our regular Brandon.
Yeah, I'm here.
We had Otto, Joshua,
One and only Otto Joshua.
and Heels.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for joining us today. This is the end of it. I hope you enjoyed it, and because we enjoyed it as well. So stay locked in. It is Today 95.1 FM.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
You don't tell me it was your birthday now. I think, sorry, I didn't know you guys were coming.
Talking drums and shakera combination. I see people under the tambourino. Dancing, I guess there is a celebration. Mama, walongo logo, legaodo. Mama, chirena, I'm the only one at home. All I want to do now is dance the wombo lumbo. So I lock up and keep Kokorola Befondo. I can't tell where do they have you, yeah. Come see my picking at the Arubo, they dance, Colombo. Wombo lumbo, wombo lumbo, wombo lumbo. Legaodo, wombo miori, and it's all below. Wombo lumbo, go for any yes of bed, honey, you come back. Honey, boni, boneri, and it's all below. Dile, honey, chocolate, oro. Wombo lumbo, honey, no careca, mas walk on brecha. Mama, walongo logo, legaodo. Mama, chirena, I'm the only one at home. So I lock up and keep Kokorola Befondo. I can't tell where do they have you, yeah. Come see my picking at the Arubo, they dance, Colombo. Wombo lumbo, wombo lumbo, wombo lumbo. I see a bed, legaodo. Wombo, you see it down below. Ay, de is on the tamborino. Talking drums and shakera combination. I see people under the tamborino. Dancing, I guess there is a celebration. Go to dance one molombo. Dance one molombo. One molombo. Making you dance one molombo. I still do it for your colors. Don't do me like this, oh yeah. Arabiti walona, yeah. 'Cause I don't the wait, oh. I don't the wait, see, so yeah. And I see the pray, oh. know. All my ego now for you.
All my ego for you.
All my rubber now for you. Yeah.
All my rubber for you.
Go me now for you. Yeah.
Okay for you.
All the motor for my garage for you. Yeah.
All the motor in the garage for you. Yeah.
All my ego now for you.
Ego now for you. Yeah.
All my rubber now for you. Yeah.
All my rubber now for you. Yeah.
Go me now for you. Yeah. All the motor for my garage for you.
All the motor for the garage for you. OBO. Adex. That's really for you. For the best for you. I put my life on the line for you. Nobody else got you. Baby, boo. You don't say you be my boo. If I ever leave you, oh, baby, I be fool. Baby, I be fool. I hear you. Say I want to show you my world, girl. I hear you. I say I don't go do you. I hear you. Go do you. Say I want to show you my world. I hear you.
Cause all my ego now for you.
All my ego for you.
All my rubber now for you. Yeah.
Rubber for you.
Go me now for you. Yeah.
Okay for you.
All the motor for my garage for you.
All the motor in the garage for you.
All
Yeah.
my ego now for you.
Ego now for you, girl.
All my rubber now for you.
All my rubber now for you, girl.
Go me now for you. Yeah. All the motor for my garage for you.
All the motor for the garage for you.
Oh, yeah.
Badass.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Oh shit.
Dr. Dollar Entertainment. Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Maybe home is somebody's smile when they look at you for the first time. Maybe home is being a home to something you love and adore with all your heart. And that is what life, friendship, and love are all about. Maybe home is listening to all of your favorite shows on Today 95.1 FM. We create memories. We inspire comfort. We are the voice of the people, and we are home away from home.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
This is The Big Stories, a program where news professionals here at Today FM take another look at the stories that made headlines over the last 7 days. The Big Stories is where we attempt to resolve the bone of contention.
Are these not the kind of things we're supposed to see in our country when situations like this occur?
With expert analysis.
Yeah, first off, they have an organized system. I think the system works naturally.
Who were they loyal to? The president obviously was losing out. The president is supposed to be the commander-in-chief, right?
Yes.
But he was losing out. The protest was in his favor.
I see politicians in Nigeria, I see governors as people who just come together to put up policies that will only favor them.
Banter and more.
I came to find out that you can actually sell your name.
How possible? How possible?
I don't know, man.
No, Nigeria has developed that kind of technology that can reprint this thing outside the federal government.
At the end of the day, who are you loyal to?
Nigerian governance system.
Totally
Everything
different.
always ends in ruffle.
The Big Stories is a Today FM newsroom production, and it comes your way every Sunday at 8 p.m. on your premium news, talk, and sports radio station, Today 95.1 FM.
Good evening and welcome to the Big Stories. The Big Stories, a current affairs program on your premium radio station, Today 95.1 FM, where we review events and issues that made news headlines over the past 7 days. I'm your host for this week's edition, Priye Izoga. I'm not be doing it alone. We have the number one Equatorial female journalist with us in the studio, Sandra Kenneth. Sandra, how are you doing?
Good evening, Priya Izogu. I'm fine, thank you. I'm your favorite Equatorial journalist.
Okay, not female.
Not
okay.
female. I wouldn't want you to segregate me.
Apologies.
You're welcome.
Well, they say ladies first, so you can also add the ladies title to it. Yeah, good evening, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, in today's edition, we have a lot of big stories to talk about. We had a lot of issues that happened last week. So let's kickstart with the very first story. We'll start with the former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, said the lackadaisical attitude of federal government was reversing the military successes recorded against terrorists in the northeast geopolitical zone. In a statement on his official X page, Atiku expressed worries that the pushback that had been achieved against the Boko Haram terror sects were being cancelled owing mainly to the government's reluctance to hold firmly on the front line. The opposition figure, who also condemned the recent suicide bombing by terrorists at Gwoza, Borno State, urged the federal government to wake up and make sure the Northeast does not slide back into the theater of terrorism and extreme violence. So, well, first of all, we heard the stories of the terrorist attack where they used female to actually do suicide bombing in Borno State. As a journalist, what comes to your mind when you hear this kind of situation? We know how we suffered the issue of insurgency in the Northeast and during the administration of Goodluck Jonathan, and it seems like we're going back to that dark age. Sandra.
First, I'll start with the statement from Atiku Abubakar. Because I feel like he's basically playing the role of an opposition, trying to make it look like he knows what to do. Maybe trying to trip us into feeling like if we had voted for him, or if people had voted for him, they would have done better. I feel like that's what he's trying to do. But yeah, I feel like this government of the day, it's not really intentional. It's not deliberate about security issues. We've seen a lot of things happen. I mean, take for instance what is happening today in Rivers State. There are a lot of things, a lot of security concerns that people are raising, especially as it has to do with this upcoming election. What are the security agencies actually doing? What is the government actually doing? We are looking at the policies. What policies have you put in place to ensure, the safety of properties and lives of the people? So it is something that the government, probably the people, have to stand up to the government to make them see reasons why they need to do something differently. I feel like if nothing is done, it is not just going to be about our military losing the front line. It's going to be about the people keep losing their lives. There is this fear that always comes in mind, especially when someone wants to go and serve in this northern part of the country, and you wouldn't tell me that these people are these ends of affair that they don't know what is happening. They do know what is happening, but probably, I don't know. I feel like we have some crisis entrepreneurs. So I feel that's where we are at this point in Nigeria.
Okay, Sandra, when you look at the situation where women basically are being used for this terrorist act, we always complain and always look at issues. What better means can we actually do to stop this trend? Because it's more like a trend. The last time it happened in 2014 and 2015, we saw that a lot of ladies were being used for terrorist attack. As a woman, what comes through your mind, and what better means can actually protect the girl child?
I feel like there are a lot of things that needs to be done to protect the girl child. Yes. first, it is not just about the gender. It is about the fact that poverty has been used as a tool against the people. I mean, we really have we don't really have a lot of choices out there. This poverty has been used as tool. You might be promised a certain amount of money that probably will be given to your family if you do a particular thing. So first I would say it's not just about the gender, and then actually protecting the female child. It's something that everybody has to do. It's not just about the government. So at this point, I wouldn't say the government. I have to say the people. I have to say the family. I have to say the society. What role are you playing? What is that significance? What is that teaching? What is that moral that you're trying to imbibe in a girl child? Are you trying to make her feel weak? If you try to make a person feel weak, the person will want to prove to you that they are strong. And by proving that they are strong, they might want to delve into other, social vices and all of that. But first, it is a fact that, poverty has been used as a tool, and anybody who want to grab any opportunity that they have or they see.
Okay, before we leave that subject matter, do you think that the opposition, because it's more like figures, important figures in the opposition actually saying things when it comes to critiquing the federal government? A typical example is the situation where Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate, will talk about issues in the country, same with that of Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party. But if you look internally in their own political party, they are actually plunged with crisis. You look at the People's Democratic Party, they are into two major factions. You look at the side controlled by being loyal to the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. And you also know that we have a very huge amount of people in the People's Democratic Party that are loyal to the former governor of River State, Nyesom Wike. You look at the Labour Party, we talk about the Apapa faction and also the Aburi faction. But it's more like individuals are now doing the work of the opposition, not the party again.
So, Priya, I would like to ask you, when you say individuals are trying to play this role of opposition, what do you mean by that?
I feel as a political party, you should be in the forefront. Then more like your candidate, the major chieftains in your party can add, but not the chieftain being at the forefront. Then the political party are fighting behind, and they're not united, more like an opposition, united front. It's more like we're seeing different faction within a political party.
One thing I know that every other person, even people that are listening to me, understands is the fact that opposition play a very critical role in a political system. True. We traveled one time last month, I think during May, not June, May, and Kelly Kemejima said something when we got to Imo State. I'll have to mention. He said, "Don't they have opposition in this state?" You will see the level of, you see the deplorable state of their roads, and you see a lot of things that are going. And this opposition, they play a critical role in development, and not just that. A lot of people are gaining with what is happening today in Rivers State. So we have people who you might think are playing the role instead of the main opposition party. But in all of these, we know that there are advantages to some disadvantages that we see. So for me, generally, I think people have a role that they play, and then they preferably it doesn't take lives of people. They should keep playing that role, whether political, whether they have faction or no faction. I have come to understand that they are not really fighting for the people. These political parties are not fighting for the people. Until we start having independent candidacy, everybody is fighting for themselves. It is all about personal interest. It is all about what will we gain, because as this continues, you tend to see people who are recycling themselves. You see people going from one political party to the other. I mean, in Rivers State, this is the first time that we are seeing people who are actually not recycling, but are just shifting grounds from the same political party, but a different person. Do you understand? So I feel like sometimes, to an extent, when there is some form of crack, we have people who gain, and we have people. Environment is something that it's individual. It's something that we can actually work on ourselves and see how we can, be free. Because if you die, you die. But there are some critical roles that government needs to play, especially in Rivers State. I feel like it is totally, for me, it is totally, out of place for now. If they come out to say, yes, you have come out to say you don't have any cases, but how will you confirm that you really don't have cases when you don't have access, when your people don't have access to medical health facilities, when your people don't have clean waters? So I feel like first, before we start measuring up to certain things, we need to look out for what people need.
But to be fair to Dr. Ori, the Commissioner for Health, I think for a very long time she has been one commissioner that has been updating us.
She's active. She has been giving us updates. And I'm not saying that she's lying with her data. Her datas are not false. But what I'm saying is, what about people who cannot give you these data? I mean, you get the data from doctors, right? In communities like Okujagu, for instance, and Ojimba, for instance, how will you get those details? Let's look at communities in some parts of Ahoda West where they don't have hospitals there, and someone is ill, you're very down, and you feel it's malaria. You go out there and you take 1 or 2 tablets before you know the person is dead, and then they take the person to the hospital, to the morgue, you know, and then there's no data, there is no autopsy test or result to know if this person died of cholera or not, and then you just come out and you give us data. I mean, for me, it doesn't really look factual. I feel it's just something they get from people in the urban areas.
Okay, to get feedbacks from you, you can actually send us a text message, also a WhatsApp message on our phone line 0701 933 9962. Again, 0701 933 9962. We have Oluwale Sanusi Alaji in the studio today. He came late, but definitely it's better late than never. Like he didn't.
Sorry. Good evening, everyone.
In Rivers State is crazy.
You know, the truth is that journalists, we are public servants. You have to be there. You have to be here and there. So I was at one engagement, so I had to just rush down.
Okay. Okay. Why are you laughing? Let's go.
It's not an easy task,
It's not the public. It's not an easy task. Okay, let's go to our next story. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, said it was investigating allegations of coercion against customers at one of its retail stations. It was in reaction to a video clip on social media in which a customer was seen being forced to purchase lubricants before they could purchase premium motor spirit, PMS, also known as petrol. The attendants in the video had alleged that the development was a directive from the NNPC retail management. However, a statement by its Chief Corporate Commission Officer, Olufemi Soneye, said it had launched an investigation into the unfortunate incident and assured the appropriate disciplinary action will be taken against the culprits. When you see a government company, but definitely we know it has been privatized, but Oluwale, the fact is, when you see a government company actually do something like this, when they are workers extorting people, forcing people to buy a particular product before you can buy PMS, it's actually a cause for worry. What do you think should be done to actually curb it? Because what the corporate communication officer is saying that they are not aware, and someone is doing this, who is instructing a worker to actually go out there to sell, force people to buy a product that they are not ready to buy.
Well, I didn't get to see the video anyway, but I've seen something similar or closer to that, where you go to petrol stations and they will tell you to, pay some certain fee, 100 naira, 25 naira, before you can purchase the petrol. So I've seen something similar to that, and it's a shame that when you have a company like this that's supposed to alleviate the sufferings of the people, then go in turn to tell people to pay certain amount. I think is a shame. Although I can't really state much about that concerning that, because I haven't got to see the video, but I've seen something similar to that, and that is the paying of fee before you can buy product.
Okay, now let's move to the next story. The Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RISEC, announced 5th of October 2024 for the conduct of local government council elections in the state. The state chairman of RISEC, retired Justice Adolphus Elebeni, disclosed this date during a stakeholders meeting held at the commission's office on Aba Road, where he also unveiled the election guidelines. Retired Justice Enebeli promised that the commission under his leadership would ensure free, fair, credible and violence-free local government council elections, as well as ensure that the rules guiding the conduct and guiding the commission are upheld during the conduct of the elections. The RISEC chairman said the meeting was aimed at educating the stakeholders and the entire voting populace about the forthcoming election and appealed to security agency and traditional rulers and traditional leaders to ensure that equally behold democracy and ensure peace across the state. Let's listen to retired Justice Enebeli.
These meetings will be to inform, enlighten, and educate the people of River State on their civil rights, that the elections into local government councils will hold this 2024, and to encourage them to come out en masse to exercise their franchise in a most peaceful and orderly manner, devoid of ill will, rancor, and or violence. We will, with utmost sincerity, continue to assure the people that their votes will count and that winners will be determined by the majority of lawful votes cast according to law. It is our unwavering faith that our security agencies and the traditional institutions at the local level will work more assiduously to sustain the much desired enabling environment for peaceful conduct of elections.
Okay, first off, the caretaker chairman of the All Progressive Congress in River State, Chief Tony Okocha, on our platform, he said he's not aware of that stakeholder meeting. And he also said his counterpart of the People's Democratic Party, the two major parties in the states, I'm talking about Aaron Chukwuemeka, is not also aware of, and they said the stakeholders meeting. So when major important stakeholders, when I mean the political parties, are not aware, don't you think there's a crack when it comes to the conduct of it in local government election in the state?
For you see, all these things that is happening, it's normal. This is not the first time. We've seen all these drama play out. I mean, when people have this power, they feel like they have the autonomy. They feel like they can do anything without repercussion. So, I mean, Tony Okocha coming out to cry foul, that it's normal. I mean, the former governor, Yesobike, had cried foul. Our former governor had also cried foul. So it is normal. Let them, for me, I feel like allow this process to go through. Even though I am not, I'm not in support of this election going through now, I still feel like if that is how they want it to be, it should be. For me, I feel like the state right now is like a red zone. I mean, for security agencies, they need to do more instead of declaring an indirect state of emergency. That is my opinion, not the opinion of this station. For you to lock down all local governments, secretariat, stopping people who want to get married, obviously sending them to another place for them to do their registration, and then stopping core members from doing whatever they have to do. That's an indirect, but that's not what I feel the people need. People might be scared to come out on this day to vote. I personally will be scared to come out to cover this election because I've seen what has happened prior to this time. I've seen someone that has, tried to detonate where we have our members from National Assembly. If you can do that, then who am I? So I feel like people need to get not just assurance, but to see that these people are willing to secure our lives and properties, and not just to secure people who are at that, at that level of leading people. So when I heard the APC chief, APC caretaker chairman last week, he came out and he said he did not hear, he is not aware, and all of that. It is normal. No, I'm not saying he is aware. What I'm saying is it is normal. It is something that we now take as a norm. Anybody that is the governor chooses to behave the way he wants to behave. And fair enough, I don't think this our River State governor is even behaving the way he wants to behave compared to how it has always been. It is a norm. We are all from River State. We've seen all these things play. So I feel like the basic thing is let's vote and be voted for. Let it be free and credible. It doesn't mean that whoever is CDC chairman today is supposed to be our chairman. If they should just allow it to be open, let people from other political parties also express themselves. I feel like at that point then everybody will have, but since he said he's going to take all legal means to ensure that the process or whatever does not pull through. I mean, I'm here, I'm a journalist, so my own is just to sit and report whatever it is that comes out of it. That's just it.
Wale, do you think it's necessary for RISEC at this particular point in time with the whole political crisis in River State announce a date for election and conduct elections in the state?
Okay, first of all, let me start from Chief Tony Okocha, where he said he's not aware of the whole thing, of the RISEC setting up a date. Is really not aware, or he just just wants to play politics with the whole thing? Because before a stakeholders meeting of such can be put in place, they do send text messages. Circulars. They will inform you, circulars, because I was there that day and I got a message that you come down to the RISEC office, that there is a stakeholders meeting. Back to your question. I don't. There shouldn't be a vacuum. Yeah, there shouldn't be a vacuum. Let's do this election. Let's do it once and for all, and let's know our next chairman, our next chairman.
Do you think the state is safe enough for election?
Why not? It's safe enough. It's safe enough. I think it's safe.
Brother,
it's safe enough.
Brother, there are areas that you will not want to cover on that election day. There are some no. As journalists, Wale, I will tell you, and let's forget about the fact that we are. There are areas, there are different local governments. For instance, Obiapo, who will cover Obiapo on that day? We all know what we have on that day.
I don't know.
I thought you want to mention another local government.
No,
what is happening
see,
in Obiapo?
people would think that the rural areas will have issues. Rural areas may not have issues because they already know who they want, and political leaders in those areas might not even want to go back to where they were before. But I'm talking about an area where someone wants to grab power and the other person wants to also grab, and the other person at the topest top.
I just think the top political leaders should just allow this thing go free and fair. They should just allow this thing go free and fair. That's my own. Let us vote. Let's vote for the next chairman. This whole
it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
It's a big
Conducting
deal.
an election.
It shouldn't be a big deal.
For someone to try to detonate what they call explosive, that they try to do that.
And that's the issue.
No.
Okay. Let's go to the next story. It's quite similar. It's more like a sequel to the other story. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) said the commission has no constitutional power to conduct local council election except in the Federal Capital Territory (FCT). Chairman of the commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, made this known on the sidelines of a 2-day induction retreat for INEC resident electoral commissioners (RECs) in Lagos, reacting to the agitation seeking constitutional backing for INEC to be saddled with the responsibility of conducting local council elections. Yakubu described it as a constitutional matter. According to him, unless necessary constitutional amendments were made, the commission would only continue to organize national and state elections. Sandra, do you think that if the INEC conducts local government election, it will be more freer than state electoral commission? Because a lot of people have been complaining that when state electoral commissions conduct election, it's more like the governors handpicking local government chairmen because they appoint the RISEC and chairman. It's difficult for the RISEC chairman to go against a certain governor. Do you think if INEC now conducts local government election across the 774 local government areas across the country, will have a more free, fair election in the country?
Okay, so Priya, do you think, put on your mic, do you think that when INEC conducted the last election that it was freer? I want to know if you feel it was free.
You asked me a very critical question, and I will answer that question, even though I'm not in a position to answer that question today, but I will answer it in a way. If you look at the election in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, local council election, it was divided between the APC, the PDP. APC won some seats, the PDP won some seats.
And
the
Labour
Federal
Party.
Capital Territory. The Federal and the Labour Party won the Senate and also some seats in the House of Representatives. So there's also a huge possibility if INEC conduct election, a typical example in Rivers State where one political party will sweep the entire chairmanship position and councillorship position, will have different parties fighting for votes and getting these votes. Do you think, I'm going back to you again, do you think RISEC will conduct a better election than INEC?
No, I don't think any of them are conducting a good election because I don't feel they are independent. I have to say it as it is because I'm not before any of them, so I doubt if they want to say anything to me. So I don't think they are conducting any election that Nigerians are happy with. I don't see them as if they are independent. I feel like
Sandra, we have a rainbow National Assembly where we have parties across we have a lot of parties. I would say we have the Labour Party in the National Assembly. We have the People's Democratic Party with good numbers. Same with the
Have you
APC,
been in a
same with the
position where
YPP
you
and all.
just can't say no?
NMPP.
Have you been in a position where you just can't say no? Have you been in a position where you look at something and you say, if I do according to what my Oga has said, bloodshed will be much more than it's supposed to? That's what I saw happened in this last election. And that's just my opinion, not the opinion of the station. But what I'm trying to say is INEC and RESEC are not as independent as they ought to be. Let us have a constitution that would let government, not even the president, let us have a budget from Nigeria that will provide for these people. Because if I am as a governor and I'm providing for you as RESEC, it means I will tell you what to do. So let them be as independent as the name comes. Let them be as independent as the name. If they are not independent, it means everything we will do on that day, even going out on that day, will just be as, as empty as it is. That's how I see it.
INEC think that they are perfect.
What would
What will make them think that they are perfect?
No, it's not, that's why he said they will not conduct it. It's not about him thinking that they are perfect. I am just actually looking at it. We've seen situation where INEC conduct national election. Not be one party declared your election in our local palace. We have different political parties. We have the People's Democratic Party winning some states. We have Labour Party even winning some states.
It has to be like that now to balance the team.
Where do you think that, where is Kwankwaso from?
It's from Kano State.
Do you think anybody fulfill win for Kano State apart from Kwankwaso? So that is it. So it is not because it is not because they are free and fair.
You have asked the
question. It's not because they are free and fair.
In 2019, a certain Ganduje won the candidate of the People's Democratic Party that was supported by Kwankwaso, the current governor of Kano State.
But wait, hold on. We know that there is a particular area that, no matter how it is, you just can't push further. But in areas where you can, I mean, we've seen cases where we feel like these numbers were even added, they were pushed up, they were too much, and we just come to the conclusion that, well, now so it be. You can't tell me that in Rivers State, how many, I don't know, but how many are we compared to, the supporters of Labour Party or the supporters of PDP compared to the supporters of APC that would make APC win?
Rivers State, the last election. Okay, now let's move over to the next story. The Defense for Human Rights and Democracy called for the suspension of local government elections in Rivers State. I think we have touched that story due to insecurity. Let's move over to the next story. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, commended his colleagues for rising to the occasion by passing 89 bills and deliberating over 669 motions in the first session of the 10th House. Abbas reminded his colleagues that the challenges facing Nigeria bordered on poverty, insecurity, and unemployment, and urged them to work assiduously to address them. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, who presided over plenary at the commencement of the second session in the absence of the Speaker, commended the federal lawmakers for passing numerous laws shaping the nation's economic landscape, reforming key sectors and strengthening democratic institutions. Now, Wally, looking at the National Assembly and the laws they have passed, we are looking at stats here, talking about over 669 motions in the first session and over 89 bills. Do you think these bills have actually affected the people that they have actually passed into law?
Mommy, I don't think so. Because we've been hearing about bills being passed in Abuja, but to me, I think those bills just end in Abuja. It doesn't trickle down to this plan to other states. It's just the Abuja only. So I don't know. We are just on our own. When it comes to bill being passed, it doesn't get to us. That's just the truth. It doesn't trickle down to the remaining states.
Sandra, do you think the economic policies, basically the bills, because he made mention of economic growth, that the National Assembly have actually put forward, have affected the economy of the country positively? Because if you look at the numbers of bills, and possibly we have few of them that should be economic related in actually alleviating the poverty of the people, eliminating poverty in the country? Do you think they have done enough?
For me, I feel like first our president said baby steps. So I probably feel that's what they are taking, because if not for that baby steps, I think our economy is going down every day. I mean, the policies are something that do not reflect, that it does not just reflect the heart and the thoughts of an ordinary man. You can't tell me about policies that the man who sells granuts will not even get the effect. So for me, generally, I feel like we probably don't have policies, or our policies do not reflect our system. Because you will not tell me that you will go and IMF or World Bank will come up and give you and tell you advice on a particular policy, and you want to implement that policy in a system that is different from their own system. So I feel like generally we have different systems, and if we must have any system, or if we must have any policy that would reflect on the lives of ordinary Nigerians, it means that it has to align with the system. Your system has to align with your policies, which means if you want your people to take loan, you have to be sure that you have a system that will get them employed so that they will be able to pay back your loan. So that's how we should be. So for me, I feel like we really do not have any economic policy. We are just living as Nigerians.
Okay, on Wednesday, the River State Police Command initiated a crackdown on the excesses of vigilante group operating within the state. The action followed numerous complaints about the activities of the Onelga Security and Peace Advisory Committee, OSPAC, particularly in Oba, Ebema, Ndoni local government area, and their clashes with other security agencies. The police and public relations officer in the state, Grace Ringe Kuku, stated that on May 9, 2024, Alhaji Usman Sele, chairman of the Hausa indigenous group in Onelga, reported that OSPAC had adopted a group member. Despite several invitations from the police, Onelga OSPAC commander Phyllis Wabakata refused to comply. Rather, OSPAC coordinated an attack on the police division in Omok, which was repelled by the police. Following the incident, tactical units of the command raided the OSPAC camp in Omoku, arresting several individuals including Chita Benjamin, Joshua Ekosa, Innocent Ayako, and 4 others. Wabakata was later arrested in his hideout on June 17, 2024, with 2 human skulls and bone found in his possession. Investigation revealed that Wabakata was principal suspect in the murder of 2 brothers, Collins and Newman Ugoji, of the Idu community in Onelga, who were allegedly killed by the local vigilante group on May 1st, 2024, on charges of being kidnappers. So, Sandra, I'll come to you because I know you're eager to say something about the activities of vigilante. Some couple of weeks back, the CTC chairman of Woda West local government area said he's thinking of bringing in local vigilante to help fighting security within his local government area. Do you think if we are having issues of OSPAC not following the law in Onelga, more like the headquarters of OSPAC in the world, they're having issues, do you think it's safe enough for local governments, traditional institutions to actually invite and bring in OSPAC into their communities?
First thing first is we've seen cases where people accuse some of these OSPAC leaders, or let's say advisory council leaders, of being in a particular court group, and then they use that to want to intimidate or harass their opponents and all of that. But then what the CDC chairman is trying to do, I will not say what he's trying to do is wrong, because when you have an area that is volatile, an area that is so vulnerable, you start looking for every means. That means that our security agencies, our police are slow towards intervention. This is not the first time that we've had cases of people accusing all this advisory committee, all this police community vigilante of one harassment or one killing or the other. Why is it that they are trying to do that now? They are very, very slow. I have two or three different experiences here where I have called the attention of the River State Public Relation Officer, Police Public Relation Officer, and I still have the text messages here with plate numbers of what their policemen are doing. It is here. If you're on YouTube, you will see me. I'm taking it up right here. The last one, June 25th, I say, good morning, ma. Your men with this car number, KTU935, I will not mention the other one. Toyota Avensis are embarrassing themselves by stopping boys and escorting them along Ruma all over Brikore Road. Their uniforms are without tag. I told her that I will be using this report. Do you know that she had to reply me 1 week later? This is something that has been happening every week. And this is not the first time I'm sending her messages. So I feel like they are too slow. When you are too slow, it now gives power to these community vigilantes to do whatever they want to do. It is your duty to protect lives and properties. Constitutionally, that's what you're supposed to do. And when you don't do them, these community vigilantes, they take that as an opportunity to do whatever they want to. Sometimes you see them arrest someone and keep someone in their custody for 1 week without any interference or anything. So I feel like, yeah, what they did by arresting this person is okay, but they need to increase their pace towards securing people in these communities, because having an advisory committee in the first place or a community vigilante also exposes some of these people to danger, especially people that are their opponents. There are accusations that some of these leaders, they are in one cult group and the other. And if they are, what are you doing as a police officer? Before these people form anything, you are supposed to make sure that you have gone through their profiles, done our background checks. You understand? After the profile and everything, if they are free, they can start. But if not, you just see someone come up and say, Our Royal Highness has said we should form a group. And before you know, people start dying. Underreported cases due to lack of profiling.
Okay, we're still on that same issue. But before I ask you the question, Sanusi, you can send us a text message 0701 9339 962. Again, 0701 9339 962. Wally, should we actually give them more chance? Because even the police were having issues of police misconduct for some police officers. So don't you think the bad eggs within the vigilante group can also be pardoned? Because if we can understand the Nigerian police, the Nigerian military, why won't we understand the excesses of these vigilante groups?
Let me start by saying that I live around Chuba area, and I know how Chuba used to be around 2008 and 2009 with the level of atrocities and violence that usually take place there. And what's this place? Dube as well. I know those places very well. And since the advent of OSPAC and its local vigilante, they have really been helpful in curtailing crimes. But I would just plead them to tone down, just tone it down. Too much. You have to, everything you do, it has to be in conjunction with or in collaboration with the Nigerian police force. Definitely. You don't just take justice to your hand. There is a process. You meet with the police. Anybody you arrest or anybody that is in your custody, a suspect, you hand over it to the police and let the police take it up from there. You don't need to take justice into your hands. I think it's very, very wrong. But for me, I think they are trying. They are really trying.
Okay.
But just tone it down.
Okay, let's go. This, I think, should be our last story. An appeal court sitting in Port Harcourt disclosed that only the Federal High Court had the jurisdiction to entertain local government tenure extension matter. A three-man panel of the Court of Appeal, who sat virtually in a judgment, said the platform on which the matter was brought was faulty and could not stand. The appeal panel also dismissed notice of preliminary objection filed by Victor Okojombo, Sokari Goodboy, Adolphus Timothy, and Governor Siminalayi Fubara, who had the first, second, third, and fourth respondents challenging the appeal of Martin Amewule and 25 others for lacking in merit. The judgment held that the court vested with jurisdiction to entertain the suit of Jumbo and others was the Federal High Court and not the State High Court, insisting that the trial court, which was the State High Court, lacked the jurisdiction to hear the suit filed by the respondent. The court ruled that the consequence upon the foregoing, the order of the trial court having been made without jurisdiction is of no effect and declared it null and void. The Court of Appeal, however, vacated the order of the Rivers State High Court presided over by Justice C.N. Wali against Martin Ameolis. Meanwhile, a former minority leader of Rivers State House of Assembly, Chief Azubike Odun, in an interview with Today FM, Ushendu Ijowo, urged the Rivers youth to remain peaceful in their various domains. Okay, now we'll go straight to you, Sandra. And when we heard that judgment from the Rivers State, from the appeal court, we saw a lot of SAN across Rivers State. A lot of people started interpreting it. Some people we started celebrating across the state, while some people were mourning. Then later they started looking at areas and more like loopholes. They started interpreting the judgment. And so, as a journalist, when you first of all you saw the CTC, the certified true copy of the judgment, and also statements from the camps, both camps, either the camp of Martin Ameole or Victor Jumbo, what runs into your mind?
I mean, what has been running through my mind, I'm not a lawyer, and I will not claim to know everything, even though I'm supposed to know at least little of everything. I feel like our judges and lawyers need to understand, especially the judge, need to understand that they are not ruling for lawyers anymore. This case is for the people, and 90% of the people of Rivers State are not lawyers. They keep confusing Rivers people. You won't tell me that for every time you have a ruling and a judgment, the both parties are celebrating. I don't understand. The last time they said status quo and status quo, some people were started, they said educated about status quo and tabelum. How do you do that to Rivers people? So they need to understand that 90% of us are not lawyers. Please, if you are doing this thing next time, after communicating with lawyer with Belum and Anthem, please come back. Laymanly tell us what the judgment is, because it is not just about the ruling anymore. It is about our understanding, and this understanding can cause chaos. With all these rulings and everything, I feel like probably the police have, they have reasons why they should be at that council. Because when you are trying to say, this one says that you don't have the right to uphold this at CDC, before you know, this other person will go and jam the other CDC chairman. Before you know what's happening, chaos or crisis might start happening. So they should understand that their judgments or their rulings are no longer for political parties and their lawyers. It is now for Rivers people, which means they need to come down to layman to give us just scatter around. Tell us how it be, because even lawyers, if I have a particular, I will not come and tell you that I will lost to. I'll come find one colloquial something, can give you. You go come say, not true. You go begin pop champagne. So let them please tell us so that we understand generally.
I've listened to judgments across the world, even in Britain, where judgments have been made. A typical example, the one between the British government and Ike Ekweremadu. It was very, very clear for the layman to understand. Exactly.
Hush puppy.
No, hush money.
Hush money. Okay. Hush money.
It's very simple. You understand it.
Very easy to understand. Why is it difficult for our judges to make these things very simple?
They know what they are
for a layman to understand.
They know what.
And instead of using a lot of Latin words.
I think it's because of should I say by education, or we are just too good, like we're just too good in Nigeria. I don't.
If we keep understanding them,
there'll be problem, yeah.
So now you need to prolong this thing by getting us confused.
Because the confusion is too much. Because at that particular day, we saw celebration from this side. Oh, we won. It's clear.
It was more confusing.
Speaker of the House of Assembly. Oh, they've declared us speaker. They always say, no, we are the speaker. They said we should start from the beginning. I said the confusion in Rivers State. Everybody, if you go on Facebook, because come on, that's one of the most popular social media in Rivers State.
When I get to know who lost was when I heard we are not disturbed. You are not distracted. I was like, okay, seems like these people lost. It seems like these people lost. Okay.
I think it's a problem. I think our judges need to make this very, very simple when it comes to their judgment. Beyond that, then there's a lot of cases in Rivers State, first of all, concerning the assembly. We have the Okojombo versus Amewole. We have the elders and Okojombo versus Martin Amewole. We have the civil society versus Martin Amewole. We have the I think I'm still thinking of one, the Boat Party versus Martin Amewole. Then we have a Federal High Court case too between Martin Amewole versus I'm trying to think now. Okay, versus Edison Eye and the remaining assembly members. So the confusion everywhere with litigations and counter litigations, a lot of court cases. I think for me is a cause for concern. Our political leaders just need to follow the books. Then we need the judgment to come as fast as possible. So most of these people will know their fate if they are still assembly members or they are not assembly members. If they are the speaker or they are not the speaker, I think the confusion is too much. So, parting shot, Sandra, what's your prediction? Look into your crystal ball. This is a new week. What are you expecting? What drama are you expecting in River State?
I don't think we are going to have any drama in River State because everybody right now is going back to their drawing book, to see what they can do. Basically, there would have been drama if not for what Nigerian Custom intercepted last 2 weeks. So there won't be any drama. I mean, the best thing right now is for our security agencies to know where those guns were coming from, who they were going to. That's it. No, everybody has been humbled, so there won't be any drama. I'm not predicting any drama. People are going back to their drawing boards to see how they can win October 5th, probably without violence.
Okay. Wale, your prediction for the new week?
First of all, you need to understand that River State is just like I don't know if you watch Z World. It's just like Z World. You don't know what's coming. You don't know what's coming up next.
I don't watch Z World.
So I can only appeal to our security agency to just get up, just be on the watch out.
Okay, before I go, we've seen some couple of messages. Let me just take one. Good evening, my people. As for the local security outfit, we need them in Awuda West. Do you know that one in my community, we have lost over 35 young bloods to insecurity as we speak now? We don't have good teachers in our schools, no good markets, no good business due to insecurity. On that note, we call it a wrap on this week's edition of The Big Story. It was produced by Stella Sosongo of the News Department. Thank you for listening. I did not do the show alone. My name is Praise Oga. I did it with Sanusi, Wale, and of course with Sandra Kenneth. Good night.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Better don't land though. That thing where we don't find Tete for Sokoto. Don't land Boa forward Domont. Baba Champion Herbs, aka Champion Action for Men. Don't carry Wongi Haba remedy. Enter town. To take bring out the real action in you as a man. Baba Champion Action for Men. For that man when they perform well. Baba Champion Action for Men. You do good for both young and old. Even if you don't reach 80 years, you go still maintain your wing. You go normalize your system, boost your performance, make you stand gidigbam. They kakaraka as a real man with correct action. Champion Action for Men. Correct wonder route where go activate the real action in you. Now the day when you start to take them, that day go begin work for you. Even when you don't take and finish, you go still the fire they go. Because you don't correct your system, set and fine, make you carry the go. Baba Champion Day for number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. Call 081-6920-2525. Take them again, 081-6920-2525. Baba Champion, now for real men.
Greetings to you, wonderful people of River State. Thank you for joining us on this health enlightenment, sponsored by Baba Champion Herbs. Baba Champion Day for number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. You can call Baba Champion on 081-6920-2525. 081-6920-2525. Let's hear from the chief consultant of Brava Champion Herbs.
Thank you so much, dear listener, for being with us. I am the chief consultant of Champion Herbs International. Today, I want to talk about erectile dysfunction.
Please, could you break it down so everybody can understand this?
Erectile dysfunction is the inability to get and keep an erection firm enough for intercourse. Having erection trouble from time to time is not necessarily an issue for concern, but when it happens frequently, it becomes a problem. It can cause stress, affect your self-confidence, and contribute to relationship problems. This problem of getting or keeping an erection can also be a sign of an underlying health condition that needs treatment. Male sexual arousal is a complex process that involves the brain, hormones, emotions, nerves, muscles, and blood vessels. Stress and mental health concerns can cause or worsen erectile dysfunction. Common causes include alcoholism and other forms of substance abuse, sleep disorders. If you don't sleep well, it can affect your performance. Tobacco use, too much sugar in the body, obesity, metabolic syndrome, which is a condition involving increased blood pressure, high insulin level, body fat around the waist, among others.
Does it come with symptoms?
The symptoms include trouble getting an erection or keeping an erection, reduced sexual desire. You find yourself as a man, you don't have urge at all. When you experience other sexual problems such as premature ejaculation, other ailments such as diabetes, heart disease might also be linked to erectile dysfunction.
Any advice to our listeners?
I advise any man with any of these symptoms to quickly visit an expert. Even if it gets you embarrassed talking to an expert, never mind that. Most times, treating an underlying condition is enough to reverse erectile dysfunction. In other cases, medication or direct treatment helps a lot. So, when you see yourself in this situation, visit an expert. Don't feel ashamed to talk to an expert. We are located at number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one, Job Port Harcourt, Baba Champion Herbs. You can call us on 081 69 20 2525.
Thank you very much.
Hey, better don't land though. That's when we don't find Tete for Sokoto. Don't land Boa forward Domont. Baba Champion Herbs, aka Champion Action for Men. Don't carry Bongi Herbal Remedy. Enter town. So they bring out the real action in you as a man. Hey, Baba Champion Action for Men. For that man when they perform well. Baba Champion Action for Men. He did good for both young and old. Even if you don't reach 80 years, you go still to maintain your wing. He go normalize your system, boost your performance, make you stand gidigbam. They kakaraka as a real man with correct action. Champion Action for Men. Correct wonder root where go activate the real action in you. Now the day when you start to take them, that day go begin work for you. Even when you don't take and finish, you go see the fire they go. Because you don't correct your system, set them fine, make you carry the go. Baba Champion day for number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one, Job Port Harcourt. Call 081 69 20 2525. Take them again, 081 69 20 2525. Baba Champion, now for real man.
And that was a paid infomercial.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM. It's a triple experience on this frequency. Talk, news, and sports. Right here, every day on Today 95.1 FM. The voice of the people.
my life I don't pray. Oh, that I will find a wife and then you came. Oh, you are the apple of my eyes, sweeter than no butter rice. Love you till the day I die. Yeah. Life material, I'm all full of contract. Yeah, I get my love. You are a wife material. You are the right criteria. Like queen of my area. Baby, all I want, and until my dying day, people want
Alright, here's to wanting all the people that you want and to loving the person or people that you absolutely love. It is Today 95.1 FM, and I want to trust that you have had a swell time sticking to this dial so far. Well, it's time for the Sunday Family Special, and it is with all pleasure that I welcome you to today's episode. People, how have your day been? How are you doing? Like, it's a whole lot, and then this weather is giving it's giving things and things. But then I would advise that you use this weather to sleep. All right, so just make sure you utilize it. All right. Use it to sleep, and I promise you will absolutely enjoy sleeping because you wake up and feel refreshed. All right, that is, of course, if you decide to add one or two extras, you know, here and there, because I mean, extra is spicy, so it's good sometimes. Spicy is good for the body. It's a Sunday Family Special, and we're going to be having a conversation because for the past couple of weeks, we've had, you know, politics here and there, and it doesn't look like this is going anywhere anytime soon because
it feels like every other day we wake up to, like a fresh issue, and the situation or the things that happen between men and women, I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon, because it feels like every other day one gender wakes up and then decides to give us, a lot. And then we begin to react, of course, because we see these things happening in relationships, we see these things happening in marriages, and we begin to ask questions, because what are we supposed to do? Which one are we doing? What are we not doing right? But trying to put everything together, basically. So for today's episode of the Sunday Family Special, we are going to discuss the narrative that women would tolerate cheating and accept polygamy if the man is rich. So this narrative has been sellable. Actually, it's been selling for a really long time now, where people insist the gender that insists are the men. Yeah, so we have a good number of men insisting that women do not exactly kick against cheating from men. They won't exactly kick against polygamy as long as the man has the money. So it's saying that the driving force for women is the money. The one thing that would keep a woman, that would make a woman stay put, whether or not her husband is a philanderer, is if he has enough money to go around. There's money to take care of her. She goes on vacation. She's able to, she gets the lifestyle that she wants. I'm talking about the baby girl lifestyle, because that happens to be the desire, the sole purpose of, some women out there, where they really just want to be pampered. They want to relax and be taken care of. So it's a situation where a man can provide without giving excuses. There's no, I don't have today, come tomorrow. Okay, so I want 50,000 naira. Oh, I can't afford that. Let me give you 25. I want 100,000 naira. Let me give you 50. When she's not getting all of these from the man. When she says, I want 100 and he's sending 1.5. Do you understand? When there's a vacation to Dubai, there's a vacation to Mauritania, and all of the beautiful places in the world, when there's this hair is 500,000 naira and I want it, and they said, okay, I'll transfer the money to your account, or there's a cent, check your account. All those odogu doings here and there. So the narrative by some men is that as long as the money is coming, a woman would not complain. She would not mind. She would not raise whatever needs to be raised if her man is cheating. Plus, as long as there's enough money to go around, most women would not reject polygamy. So, looking at the marriage between artist Davido, the 001, and his 002, his 002 wife, Choma, many people are of the opinion that she has stuck with the artist through his numerous cheating and baby mama dramas, through his numerous cheating scandals and baby mama dramas, because he's wealthy. So as you know, Choma and Davido recently tied the knots in a lavish, traditional marriage, which I would have said is like the wedding of the year. But the class of 2024, I don't think they are done with us. I don't think that this class of 2024, they are done with us, because we went from Davido on Tuesday to Sharon Ojas on Thursday and on Saturday, and it was also another beautiful wedding, which was star-studded, of course. So it's a whole lot going on in the world of celebrities. Maybe they decided they wanted to, somebody opened the gates, because celebrity marriages are sometimes rare, but then this year they decided they wanted to sprinkle atarodo in our eyes, because absolutely. Anyway, so following his numerous cheating scandals and baby mama dramas, people have said that Choma stayed with him through it all because he is wealthy. Now, because Davido is having a custody battle with the mother of his first child, even though that one is not debatable, because we're still hearing that Imadi Adeleke is not actually the first child, she's the second. And then it's confusing because the artist has been saying that the person people are saying is his first child is actually not his child. And then, well, Shebi the man has said that that's not his child. I think we should just rest. But for now, the Imadi Adeleke that we know to be the first child, her mother, Sophia Mamodu, has been in a custody battle with Davido. And for reasons that are best known to her, I think she's been trying to use, the weapons available to her to ensure that she gets what is due her, and she doesn't want to grant Davido joint custody of their daughter. And a lot of things came to light, which the artist has neither denied nor confirmed just yet. One of the things that she said was that part of the reasons why Davido, she claims that the artist withdrew child support, like he stopped paying for taking care of their daughter, basically, for a while now. And she said that happened when she started denying him access to her body. So it was when she put an end to their sexcapade, and that's when he became angry and decided to withdraw the allowances that he would send usually for their daughter's upkeep and stuff. And so with all of those things happening, it just feels like Davido has never actually left the whole cheating scandal business. Somehow, yeah? Because the narrative is, okay, so he was with Chioma from 2015 to about when? That's when he met Chioma. And then some stories are saying he met her in 2013, rather, that they were both undergraduates in university. They went to the same university, and that was where they met. And so Nigerians have been asking this question. So you have been with this woman for this number of years, and she's not the mother of your first or second child. So you were with her, and then you got into an affair with the mother of your first child. She had a baby for you. The second one, the same thing. Oh, there's also a third one by the second baby mama still. That at least speculations. And then, through it all, this woman was with you until you eventually got her pregnant for the actual first son that you decided to embrace and publicly, put out. So, questions and questions and questions, because you were with this woman throughout, and then you were cheating, or were you not cheating? All of those things here on the table. And Nigerians have also been asking, so Chioma sat pretty, yeah? Sat pretty through all of the cheating scandals, through all of the baby mama dramas. So he went from impregnating this person to this person to this person to this person. I mean, we had, American models, French models coming out to lay claims to this same man. And then eventually he got to marry her. So when he got married to her last month, a lot of people were asking questions. And I mean, the narrative on the internet has been so far that women are not against cheating. They are saying that women are not against cheating, that women are only against cheating, or will only complain about cheating when the man does not have enough money to go around. So if they don't get what they feel is due them, courtesy of this man they're either dating or are either married to, then they tend to complain. They want to get a divorce, they want to break up, that's where the issues will come. But as long as the man has money and he is remitting on a steady, the narrative is that women will not complain. Now, I'm asking if you guys agree with this opinion. Dear ladies, it's been said that women would tolerate cheating and accept polygamy if the man is rich. As a woman, please, would you accept cheating? Would you tolerate cheating? Would you accept polygamy if a man, if the man you are dating or if the man you are married to is rich? And then do you feel that wealth is a license to cheat? Like having so much money. Do you think that if a man has so much money, then he has license to cheat? I think I saw one post one time on X, where somebody tweeted, what did the person write again? Poor men have no business, or broke men have no business cheating. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I didn't know that was a thing. And so when I saw this narrative following Davido and Chioma's wedding, I tried to put it together, and then it started making sense to me why somebody would opine that, you know, a man who is broke has no business cheating because he obviously cannot afford the lifestyle. And I did not know that cheating is a lifestyle that should be afforded. Okay, guys. So you get to join the conversation this evening. Send me text messages and, of course, call me and tell me what you think. Do you think women would tolerate cheating if and because a man is rich? So having money, having so much money to go around, being able to suit her needs, you know, and take care of her bills without complaining. I mean, when she coughs, you just bring out the money. When she says sit, you ask how low. When she says jump, you ask how high. Actually, when she says sit, your money your money does ask how low. And when she says jump, your money still gets to ask how high. So let me know what you think, guys. Women will tolerate cheating and accept polygamy if the man is rich. Now, there's a narrative here, which is, I don't know, this narrative, it feels like this narrative has come to stay, that women like money. Because I'm very sure that when you guys call me, you will be telling me that women like money. I think I'm just going to brace up for you guys to tell me that women like money. So, I know you probably want to move towards the whole women like money thing, but please add some things to it. Make your arguments concrete. Yeah, concrete enough for me to either agree or disagree to agree later on with you. Do you understand me? I'm hoping that you do, but then that's it is what it is. Okay, at the end of the day, it is what it is. All right, so join the conversation right about now. Call in and tell me what it is for you. All right, 0817 0000951, 0817 0000951, 0810 9510 951, 0810 9510 951. So call me and tell me what it is for you. Do you think women would tolerate cheating if and because a man is rich? So is being wealthy for a man a license to cheat? Do you think that women would just, follow money and forget about, the cheating part? Hello.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm okay. Good evening to you. What's your name? Oh, okay. It's good to hear from you. Welcome.
Happy Sunday to you.
Thank you.
The truth must be told. Or what is that? Now your name, I don't forget my name. It must be told. What is the truth? You already said it in the way you analyze it, and they that women appreciate it. Chioma accepts it, you understand, because of the aspect of money, wealth, That's why they not even call. All this saga you analyze. So to me, it's quite obvious that women, in fact, as I am now, if I want to enter the Guinness Book of Record, I can choose 308 to wait one day. Yes, it is 100% possible to happen. So what I'm trying to say is that, and I don't think it's too bad if you take our economy, take the where we are coming from, everything that has not taken, all the family are not them. Individual are not the same. So I don't think it's bad, though. I'm not condemning that if they are going for the best. But if any woman comes from a lower class, I don't like saying people are poor. I don't use that word. If anybody is coming from a lower class, you want to move ahead, you will not suffer what your parents suffer. I don't think there's nothing wrong in that. So it's a matter of choice. So to me, I will not condemn women that they are going for money. No. Rather, I would say they are planning for more brighter future ahead. So there's nothing wrong in that. If we can tolerate, someone needs to tolerate is important. That's why our great-grandmother, they lived so many years with their husband, no breaking home. But you see this nowadays, these girls, 2 months, 3 years, home don't scatter. Because they cannot tolerate like so much. So kudos to her. Our girls tolerate. Whether the money is not here, it's not.
All right.
That's not.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Hello. Oh, that's that one there. Try calling again. 0701-933-9962. You can send in text messages and WhatsApp messages to that number. Hello. Hello, are you there? Good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm okay. What's your name?
Mr. Marcos from Potato.
Welcome, Mr. Marcos.
The question is it true that there is cash? Women can tolerate it?
Yes, please.
The answer goes this way. Yes and no. I will explain. But before then, there is another question you asked. Is it true that women love money?
Well, I did not ask if it is true. I said the opinion or the narrative of a lot of people is that women love money. So I just said, I know you people will say it, so add Jara to it.
My answer to that one too is no.
Oh, women don't love money?
I said no.
No to what? To the fact that women do not or they love money. Which one?
What women love is not money.
Okay.
If I actually want to talk about love for money, the large number of the money that women that touches women's hands come from men. It is men that work the money out. If there is anybody that accused of loving money, it's man. But that's not what women love.
Okay.
Women love luxury, not just money. Luxury, easy life. Anything that will make things go easy around them. Oh, goodness me. For me, they know that's what the Bible told us. One of the reasons why Eve decided to stretch her hand and plug the food that God asked her not to eat was when Satan explained the things she would get after eating that fruit. Oh, luxury. She still reason to stretch her hand and take the fruit. Anyway, like you asked, there are some women that will tolerate cheating when there is money. But I want to tell you, there are decent women who wouldn't mind how much you have. That's why I said yes and no.
Okay.
It is what will I use for those girls that can see money and forget who they are and focus on money. Decent and reasonable women can't tolerate a man who cheats no matter how much you have. That's why you see some families that have money break up because of cheating.
Okay.
Mr. Marcos, please.
All right. Thank you for sharing. All right. Keep your messages coming in. 0701-9339-962. Regular text messages, WhatsApp messages as well. Plus, the post is up on Facebook. Today 95.1 FM. Drop your comments under the post. Hello. Hello. Good evening. Okay, I can't hear anything from your end. You'll have to try calling again, or better yet, you can send in a text message. Okay. I know that the network is sometimes crappy, but just keep trying. Hello. Hello, good evening. Ooh, okay. Hello. Good evening to you. Can you talk a little louder, please? I'm good. How are you? What's your name? All right. Where are you calling from? Yes, I can hear you, but very faintly. All right, try calling again. I don't know what's happening with the network, but let's see. Try calling again. Maybe you can try calling the other line. Yes, and then let's see. I would really love to hear what you have to say. So, ladies, tell me whether or not you will tolerate a cheating man on the premise of his wealth. So if a man is rich, does it give him the license to cheat? Is wealth supposed to be a license for a man to cheat? Would you stay with a man who cheats because he's wealthy? So while I do not totally agree, but I'm not Choma, so I do not, I don't really know her reason for staying with Davido through this whole ordeal. And so I would not take it, I would not agree with the people who have said that it is because of the money, because I mean, she's a chef, right? So maybe you can say that, oh, Davido invested in her business and made her the renowned chef she is now. I don't know whether, if that's going to be your narrative. Yeah, but that's that. So I'm not going to say that, okay, so she stayed because of money or she didn't stay because of money. I mean, she might actually genuinely love this man, and then that can possibly be her reason for staying through, all of the cheating scandals, all of the baby mama dramas. And then even after their son died, that was when we even had like a fresh scandal with the US-based model who came out to say she was pregnant for him with proof. And I mean, it was a whole lot. So a lot of people have been saying that Chema stayed because he is Davido. I mean, first off, he is an Adeleke, and of course the Adeleke family is associated with wealth. It's like a generational wealth thing, like that. There's money in the family, and then he is Davido. He is the Davido. So if she leaves him, who is she going to be with? Yes, I think somebody did ask that question. Yes. So when the whole, opera was happening on social media, a lot of people were asking the question, so she should leave him for who? Who is supposed to date or marry her, and who is going to place her on that pedestal where Davido has placed her? Who is going to give her the lavish lifestyle she is now used to, thanks or no thanks to Davido and his money? So for some people, they're saying that, look, she's going to stay with him through it all. She's going to continue to endure the whole cheating brouhaha because he's Davido, and then there's money, and there's also, yes, can't believe I left this part out, the whole it is better to cry in a Rolls Royce than to cry in a keke. So I'm sure that a lot of you are familiar with that sentence. It is better to cry in a Rolls Royce than to cry in a keke. Now, I don't know what that's about, but then Nigerians are funny because somebody sat down and brought that up. I'm like, oh, how? Why does there have to be crying at all? I mean, why can't we just have a beautiful love story without, sprinkles of sadness and anger and, all of this drama here and there? But then, through all of that, we go there all right last. Okay, so I will take the messages I have here so far. For those who have been unable to get to me via calls, I did say that text messages would work. So see if you can do a text message or a WhatsApp message so I can take that through at 0810-951-0951. 0810-951-0951. That's for calls. 0817-0000-951. 0817-0000-951. And then 0701-9339-962. 0701-9339-962. Now, this number is for text messages and, of course, WhatsApp messages. So let's get to hear from you. Do you think women would tolerate cheating if and because a man is rich? Do you agree that it is better to cry in a Rolls Royce than to cry in a keke? So if the man is cheating, yes, he should at least make up for what he lacks in fidelity with money. So, there's a whole, if you want to cheat peacefully, please let it be that you have money, you can afford the lifestyle, and it will be people would call for your head. If your family, if you have a family who is suffering, you cannot take care of them, you cannot provide for them, and then you are going up and down, you are busy with philandering and being promiscuous. So let me know what it is for you. Let me know what your narrative is. Do you agree that women would tolerate cheating as long as the man has money? Because it is better to cry in a Rolls Royce than to cry in a keke narrative. So for a lot of women out there, they would not condemn cheating as long as the man has money. Because I think that when I followed a whole, I followed a thread on X, and for a lot of people, it was different, of course, where people brought out like their life stories. I was looking at real life experiences, and then we're just trying to check me one or two things. And like my first caller said, people have different realities. So when they decide to do the things that they want to do with their lives, you cannot exactly blame them. So if a woman has decided that she's going to be with a cheating man who takes care of her, foots her bills, even extends the generosity to her family, members and stuff, she would rather stay with him than stay with a man who is broke, okay, but also has a tendency to cheat. There's this time I also saw this thing where they said that broke men even cheat the most. I mean, the fact that they don't have money makes them philander because they believe that no woman genuinely loves them, or no woman genuinely wants to stay with them. That it's basically for what they can offer. And for some of them, they feel that the one thing they can offer is sex and maybe companionship here and there. And so when that is what they consider what they can offer, they just go ahead with philandering. While some women will tell you that a man who will cheat, men will cheat regardless. There's the whole, men are not faithful. Oh, they are polygamous in nature, so you should not expect fidelity from a man. So some women have also decided, based on their realities, of course, maybe 1, 2, 3 things that must have happened in their lives, they would now come to they would make the decision that they would rather be with a man who can provide for them. So even when he's cheating, they will turn a blind eye because, he's taking care of them. They are okay. They get the things that they want and the things that they need, rather than being with the one who is broke and who cannot afford their lifestyle or who cannot take care of them. Now, do you agree with this narrative? For you, is it true that women are not against cheating? Women do not have issues with cheating in particular. They just have a problem with a man cheating when he is broke. So if a man is broke and he is cheating, that is where the problem comes for a lot of women. Do you think, or do you agree with this narrative? Or for you, is it cheating is cheating, and whether the man has money or not, cheating is wrong and it should not happen? I did say that we have the narrative which is constant. This narrative has come to stay, that women love money. Oh, women love money. So of course women want to stay with a man who has money, and these days they're just turning blind eyes to cheating. As long as he takes care of them, they are good. As long as he has enough to go around. So if he wants to keep sharing, everybody just wants to cut and collect. Nobody cares. The only problem will begin when the man is not able to fit, to foot their bills rather. So if he starts to complain, maybe the money is, going down. That's when they'll begin to complain. Here, let me take some messages. Michael Obori says, yes, of course, women are purely after comfort and the future security of their children. Once these two are guaranteed, the man can cheat to hell and back. They won't give a hoot. Okay. So he says, women are purely after comfort and the future security of their children. So once a man can guarantee comfort for them and their children, can guarantee security, then the man can go ahead and cheat. He can go on a cheating spree. They will not give a hoot. Okay. Austin Okpara says, sure. Of course, many women will. Just a very select few would protest the act and walk away from the marriage. Very many women will stay put because of the provision they enjoy. Okay. I did say that Mpaka Bariwe says only when the man is rich for the educated woman and ignorant of the woman when the man is poor. At that point, you just need to know if she can be having free food. Okay, I'm trying to understand this comment right here. I'm trying to understand this one. Are you saying that it's going to be a problem if the woman is educated? Is that what? I don't know. I'm trying to understand this one here. But Charles Nelson says yes and yes again. Okay. Let's see. Try to take some more messages as they come. I'm actually looking out for messages from women because, dear ladies, we need to answer this question. Okay, yes, here. I got some messages from women. This one here is from Joy. Joy says, good evening, Amaka. Oh, good evening to you too, Joy. Joy says, for me, Amaka, I disagree with that narrative that women will tolerate cheating and accept polygamy if the man is rich. I really don't care about a man's money. Maybe because I have my own money, though, and nobody ever said that to eat a man's money is not sweet. It is. But personally, I don't care about a man's money. If he cheats on me, I'm done. Okay. Well, Joy says she's done if a man cheats on her and she doesn't care about the man's money. And I'm sure some of you are like, eh, na lie, oh, na lie, women know. Please. A woman who is making her own money most likely is not going to be focused on the money of a man. That is the truth. Yeah, a woman who has value for herself, a woman of value, yes, would most likely not focus on the money of a man. Is it necessary for the man to have money? Yes, sir. You have been saddled by God with the responsibility of providing for your family. So please do this your headship. Do it and do it well. Thank you very much. Okay, now, so why there is that one? Yes. Everybody has different realities. So for some women, money is not going to be the only thing they're looking out for when when trying to choose who to date and of course who to marry. Let's see. Let me take this other message here from Christiana, texting from PH. Christiana says, hi, Amaka. Hi to you too, Christiana. She says, honestly, when Chama and Davido's whole saga came out, I was really confused and I got to ask a lot of questions because I don't understand how she could have stayed with him through it all. I mean, that guy got to impregnate other women even while they were together. So, I don't know, honestly, if it is true love or not. But whatever it is, I hail her. As for me, I would not tolerate cheating and I would not accept polygamy, whether the man has money or not. Okay. Christina right there. Last call for the night. Hello, good evening to you.
Once again, Evangelist Gambilon.
All right, welcome.
Yeah, I'm happy the two messages you read by these incredible girls, you know. So, yes, I'm satisfied in my joy. At least those one have all it takes to be a woman, to be like Okonji Iweala. That is a very nice one. How I wish they can follow me on my Facebook page, N Billion. So I like a couple of women that is not focusing on man, that are showing that they are hardworking. Good night. Take care.
All right, thank you. All right, there goes my conversation for this evening. We talked about whether or not the narrative put out there about women tolerating cheating and accepting polygamy if a man is rich, whether or not that narrative is true. Thank you for your call. Thank you for your messages. I'm sorry for those of you who were unable to share your thoughts with me this evening. Next week Sunday is going to be your day. I'm sorry. I'm just going to apologize for the crappy network. Yes, these things happen sometimes. All right, keep in touch with us on this dial. It is Today 95.1fm, and as you know, you're guaranteed premium content only. Coming up next is a commercial, and then I'll be back at 10 p.m. to take you through the world news. So you want all of that information? Do not touch the dial.
my bestie, and I don't know what to do. Sometimes I dey feel say she dey feel the same way I do. But she dey call me brother. I know they bab that thing. Cause sometimes we dey act like lovers, where we dey do more things. My bestie, my bestie, my bestie, my bestie, my bestie. If you dey hear this song, just know say somebody fall for you. My bestie, my bestie, my bestie, my bestie, my bestie. I don't say I don't for catch feelings, but it be too risky to lose you to another one. No. So somebody tell me what team I'm for do. Cause I know one lose waiting, I can't plus you. So somebody tell me what team I'm for do. Cause I know one lose waiting, I can't plus you. Is it my brain or my body? Maybe my heart's nowhere. You're the kind of me, no meaning, Samati, I should do. Hallelujah. Oh, bestie, yeah. Whatever you
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM. Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Herbal Heritage International, the Kokoroko, for herbal medicine, when they produce strong, correct medicine, they take it, they support with country healthcare system. Countryman, correct, holistic, ogbonge herbal medicine, they we know they come out for public anyhow, like a big basket, full ground, as every Christmas have been boundary. Seeking a self-serving medicine will pass them. After all, monkey smart now, because tree near tree is our forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition, when don't become umbarumba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International. Offices way near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now you.
Hello and welcome to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. On today's edition of the program, our topic for discussion is staphylococcal infection. And I have with me in the studio, Dr. Botumba Abiodun. Sir, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Staphylococcal infections do occur in the body system when Staphylococcus bacteria enters into the body system and spread within the body system, destroying body cells. Staphylococcus bacteria are majorly of three types that can afflict men. But of these three, the most pathogenic in nature, that is the one that is capable of causing diseases easily in men, is the Staphylococcus aureus, because it is capable of invading body cells, destroying them, causing different pathological changes in the body. When Staphylococcus bacteria spread in the body system, there are a number of changes that one can experience. This can result to burning sensation within the individual, and this can be seen as fever from time to time, or a situation where there is certain hotness coming from within. There can be skin manifestations in staphylococcal infection that can be given one periodic boils or rashes all over the body. In some people, such rashes can come around the pubic region or even leading to boils that can lead to blisters or even ulcers on the skin. It is possible for one to experience persistent headache in staphylococcal infection because the body fluid is already contaminated. Staphylococcus, as we know, is a form of bacteria. Any bacteria that is capable of spreading in the body system can lead to reactions in the body that can further damage body tissues. And when this occurs, it is possible for one to experience joint pains in form of infective arthritis. Part of this bacteria can spread deep into the tissues of the heart, affecting the valves of the heart. And when this occurs, you discover that there can be palpitation that some will start witnessing as if they have panic attack. When this is allowed to continue in the body system, it is possible for one to start getting tired easily. There are many people, by walking from one pole to another, they get tired, or by doing just something that is not supposed to be that tasking in terms of energy consumption, they discover that it's as if they don't have enough hair where they are located. All this can be as a result of weakness of the heart resulting from infection or spread of this bacteria we're talking about. When this bacteria is able to pollute the body fluid, it is possible for one to witness mouth odor. Mouth odor is a form of changes that is called halitosis, where people will start coming up with breath coming from within that is already polluted. There is no amount of time such people wash their mouth, you discover that the breath coming out is very offensive. All this can be as a result of pollution of the body system. It is possible, if any bacteria is able to dwell so long in the body system, to contaminate the whole body fluid and even damage nerves. When nerves are damaged, there can be tiredness. Not only this, it is possible for men to suffer a lot because this can degenerate to a situation where a man is unable to stand like a real man. When a man is unable to stand like a real man, it is seen as a serious challenge because the whole family can be affected. Part of the joy of the relationship can be stolen, and this can cause different rancors in the family. A man that is unable to stand as he should can find it difficult to get arousal. The desire for opposite sex can disappear, and once that arousal is not there, that is the ignition point. It means such a man will not be able to stand like a real man. In some people, the arousal can be there, but you discover that because nerves have been damaged, the transmission from the upper center down to the power point of man, that is in between his two thighs, can be weakened. When such occurs, you discover that such a man can even get arousal or is able to stand, but the type of standing that he has is not strong enough to help him to even get into the heart. In some people, they make efforts to get into the heart, but you discover that they are unable to spend more than a minute or more before they are exhausted. Mind you, before a man can be called a real man, such a man must be able to have the arousal as desired and also be able to sustain the energy he has been able to gather for a considerable length of time. That is when such a man can be able to make his partner happy when it comes to man-to-woman interaction. So such men do suffer from this from time to time. It's after knowing the root cause of the challenge that one will be able to know the right step to take for one to be totally free. Whenever you experience anything that we have been able to mention or other things, it's very important for one to visit a competent healthcare giver who will be able to run tests on one and pinpoint where the problem lies and profile solution. For more enlightenment and advice, the number to call is 080-33-111-946. I repeat, 080-33-111-946. Thank you all.
All right. You've been listening to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. Let's take our sponsor's message. Don't go away. We shall be right back.
Herbal Heritage International, the Kokoroko, for herbal medicine, when they produce strong, correct medicine, they take it, they support with country health care system. Country man, correct, bakelistic, ogbonge herbal medicine, they we know they come out for public anyhow, like a big basket. Full ground, as every Christmas have been boundary. Seeking a self-sabi medicine will pass them. After all, monkey smart now, because tree near tree is a forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition. We don't become umbarumba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International. Offices way near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now
You're welcome back to Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. Until we come your way again, remain blessed.
And that was a paid infomercial.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.